Hello, welcome to Crafting Kitty. My name is Erin and it's Saturday. So it is time for my weekly roundup. And so a little preface at the beginning here. Videos next week, you're probably just going to get a lot of the Advent openings. It seems we got a note from Chomps' kindergarten teacher late last night that kind of confirmed something we suspected, because he spiked a fever last night and they had cases of both RSV and influenza A in the classroom. And poor guy's been in and out of fever range. It is a very low grade fever. We're not hospital bound, but of course we're caring for one sick kiddo, trying to protect the other one from getting sick, but assuming she's been exposed and bracing for that. Send good vibes, please. But yeah, right now it's looking like RSV and not flu, but it's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. I think also I need to admit this is no longer allergies. So I'm going to keep videos shorter, sweeter, to help rest whatever's going on in my head. I will say it's mostly just sound bad. I don't feel that bad. My lungs are clear, all of that. So I'm not bad off. That's also what's making me think it's more RSV, because if it was the influenza A, I think I'd be much, much worse off. Okay. So I have no completed objects to show you, but I have made progress on multiple items. I did not touch the Twists and Turns MKAL this last week, so I'm not going to show that. I did bring up my sleeve for the cardigan, so that is tangled but progressing. And so that, if you remember, I already finished the body. Here's the lovely diagram they give you. So this, I'm doing a drops design knit cardigan. It's called either the Maja or the Maja. Again, drops, I believe, is a Swedish company, and I don't know how they do the J. But you can get it. It's free pattern, garnstudio.com, GARN studio STUDIO.com. Links will be in the description box for everything I show, and for some things I'm not going to show. So there you go. It's going to be that cardigan. They use drops air. I'm using Red Heart Flex. It's turning out lovely. I love that color. My main concern is there's some faux cabling in the sweater that I don't think is showing up the best given the darkness of the yarn, but it's my sweater. It's for me personally, and I like it. I like that color, so that's fine. If I were doing it for a gift or something, I would have chosen a lighter yarn to help that pop. My second project is my son's Dinosaur sweater, and I have had great progress on that. I finished the back panel, so I got the stitches on the little stitch saver. There's his little shoulders and the armholes, and it's curling because it's all done in stockinette. And of course, a stockinette without a border is going to curl. And once you sew it together, it's going to be just fine when he wears it. So I compared it to other clothes, and it looks like size-wise just fine. So I'm very excited there. And I've started the front panel. So I'm just starting the little ribbing. It's worked from the bottom up. So I'll do the ribbing, and then right after the ribbing, I switch to the Dinosaur chart. Exciting stuff, exciting stuff. This is a paid pattern. I got it from Ravelry. She also has her own website. I believe her website is iknitdesigns.com. Yes, it is. iknitdesigns.com. So it's that name, .com. Hope you can read that. And hold steady. So yeah, this is the pattern comes with both the hat and the sweater. I am doing just the sweater right now. If I have anything left over, maybe I'll do the hat. I might do the hat in reverse. If I have enough red left over, because I should have a bunch of the gray left over. And that sweater is using the yarn he picked out with Brian from the local yarn shop, which is this Lana Grossa, I don't know if you're soft cotton big. I'm just going to read it in order and assume that's what you're supposed to say. And because I needed a contrast color, I pulled this Ella Ray Extra Fine Heathers gray out of my stash. It seems to be a very good gauge match, even though the content is weird because this is 100% super fine. No, this is 100% virgin wool made in Italy. Kiddo's getting hooked up. And the other one is, it's not all cotton. It's not 50-50 either. It's a 70-30 cotton polyacrylic on the red. I think the fabric here feels so nice. And there really isn't. This cotton is so soft and the wool is so soft. They feel very similar. So moving on from that, I actually started the Tunisian part of my Harper Bucket bag. This is exciting. It's curling a lot, but I'm assuming it's kind of supposed to, and once you get the structure of the bag done, it will support itself. But there you go, my first couple rows of Tunisian. So this is my very first Tunisian project. I've never done Tunisian crochet before. I'm using these corded hooks I got from Amazon. It's called Knit Pal. I believe the set, it was a large set. I'm assuming Brian's okay. I didn't hear Erin help. So I've lost my train of thought. It was a large set, large range of numbers from like 2mm up to, I don't know, definitely past 6, but I don't know if it went all the way to 10. I feel like it went to 10. Anyway, it was about $20. Maybe it was like $21.99 or $20.99. Anyway, pretty affordable. I do have a question for those of you who are more familiar with Tunisian, because like I said, this is my very first foray into Tunisian. When you count the rows in Tunisian, the return is not counted as a row, correct? I believe that's what I gathered from her pattern, but I wanted to confirm. And I did not count my rows, and I'm supposed to do 29 rows. Is it each one of these would be a row, so it would be just 29 of those, like the little stitch up? Let me hold it up. So like I'd have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'd be starting next would be row 6, which doesn't, actually that would make sense because the pattern starts, you have a base row, and then row 2 is the start of the repeat. I think. Yes. So yes, that, I believe that makes sense. Please let me know if I am thinking correctly or if I'm thinking incorrectly, because I need to know when to stop. Of course, I can always just stop when I feel like the bag has reached an appropriate height, but I'd like to know and understand so I can do the pattern correctly. And so anyway, this is where I'm at my Harper Bucket bag. Look at that. I really like how this is working out. I used the same yarn she used in her tutorial. Oh, I had giant yarn vomit, so that's why that's wrapped up like that. Okay. I'm using the Line Brand Rewind tape yarn, which I do believe is discontinued, but I see it at a lot of resellers, so I think you can still get it at, I feel like you can still buy it at Hirschner's And I want to say Mary Maxim, but don't quote me. I really feel like I saw it over Black Friday at Hirschner's, though. I didn't buy any, but I know I thought, ooh, maybe I should. Because I wish I had tried this sooner. It is surprisingly soft. I'm impressed. I am intrigued. I had no idea. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool. I might do, actually, yes, I'll do a review on the yarn, even though it's discontinued, and I know it's discontinued going in this time, because I do think I got this from a mystery bag. I could see it still sitting in people's stashes. I could see you getting it in mystery bags. It's being held in my Marauders Map medium-sized project bag from Miss Queen's Crafts by Bridget. Go check her out. She's having a special. I don't remember what it was. Was it free? No, shipping's included. I don't remember. She's having a special. Check out her Facebook. Message her. She'd love to help you, I'm sure. And then I also am using, for Chomps' sweater, he's got the Harry Potter medium-sized project bag. Works great. I love them. I love them, Bridget. They're awesome. Okay, so I said I would keep this short and sweet. I'm still blabbering. Coming up this week, you're going to have Advents all month. It's going to be Advent Palooza over here at KraftingKitty. So I've got my Paw Play Advent Calendar. I've got the surprise Advent Calendar from Ray's Yarn Addiction. And then Colleen and I are doing the Between Friends Seasons Tree Tags Between Friends, where we made a 15-day Advent and swapped it with each other. So we'll be doing that at some point. I'm not entirely sure, and I told Colleen, and Colleen, this is still true. You don't have to send me anything. You take care of yourself, and that's all I care about. So I've sent something off to her, but I don't expect her to open it or do anything until she's feeling better. So no, this is a no pressure zone. No pressure. None at all. I love you and I want you to be well. And on that note, oh, no. I need to say something else. The KraftingKitty Creator Spotlight for December. There was some confusion because I had meant to say something and I put it in like a text box on the bottom, but I think it might have flashed up too quickly and went away. But yes, Mikey has 2 channels. He's got the Crochet Crowd and the Knitting Crowd. Anything from either channel is fair game. And I mean anything. It does not have to be a pattern he specifically designed. He does so many from Yarn Inspirations, and he had some from another place. I was doing some deep delves trying to look for which project I wanted to do for my one of the giveaway prizes, and I think I found it and I think it's nice, but I haven't started it yet. But yeah, any pattern, any tutorial, anything you could get from either one of his sites. The crochet, I know he is talking about porting over the knitting from the Crochet Crowd to the Knitting Crowd. There is still a lot of knitting on the Crochet Crowd, so whatever you want to do it. He has a website. Anything from the website is fair game. If it's his pattern, if it's something from Yarn Inspirations, if it's something from another designer that he got permission to do the tutorial on, fair game. Fair game. I wanted to choose him because of the wealth of options he has and the likelihood that somebody would have already done something from him to make December easier. So this is all easy. I'm not trying to trick anybody. I'm not going to say, ha ha, he didn't do that. He did not design it. You're out. No, you're in. Everyone's in. Come join the fun. So yep, anything on the Knitting Crowd or the Crochet Crowd or the website. He has a book, but honestly, I have not read it. So I don't know if it's a pattern book or if it's like a biography or a combination of both. Could be. I don't know. If there's patterns in that book, go for it. All fair game. All fair game. Send me the pictures. I love it. Just tell me the name and you're good to go. Any other information is totally awesome, but not necessary, hook size, needle size, yarn you used, any modifications you made, because again, modifications are a-okay. I understand. I'm a big girl. I got some assets that need accommodation sometimes. And sometimes you gotta change the pattern. I can hear my voice going. So I'm gonna end it here. Have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.